On station this afternoon, that is usually a hive of activity. Now, as you can see, it's very quiet here. There's nothing happening. Usually there would be bustling taxis, noises, hooters, people shouting, people queuing. And I'm just going to step aside and ask my colleague Clinton Surf to just show you how deserted it is here. That is a sight you almost never see in Cape Town. This taxi rank so quiet, absolutely nothing happening here. Not even the vendors doing business because there's nobody here. And of course, we saw a similar situation this morning in Khayelitsha, also one of the major taxi ranks in Site C in Khayelitsha, absolutely deserted. And this of course has had a massive impact on commuters in the city of Cape Town. We made our way to the local train station in Khayelitsha, where people were standing in long queues hoping to catch a train into town to try and make it to work at any means possible. But of course, that central line that runs through Khayelitsha has been having problems for several months now as a result of vandalism as well. So it was definitely an extremely difficult task for commuters making their way in and out of Cape Town today. And of course, people's greatest concern, those we spoke to, is that they might be in trouble with their employers because there simply wasn't a means for them, or it was extremely difficult for them to get in and out of the city. But then of course, we spoke to Besutu Ndungane, and he's the spokesperson of the Minibus Industry Taxi Task Team, and explained to us their position, saying to us that there's no leadership in the province, and they are of course calling for a pre-elective conference ahead of the election of leadership later this year, saying that there are a myriad of problems within the taxi industry in the Western Cape, and that is as a result of there not being sufficient leadership. They said that this strike could be called off if they could be assured that there would be a pre-conference election where many of their issues could be tabled, and that everybody part of the taxi association would be involved in that. We also spoke to Donald Krant, who's the MEC for transport in the province, and he said this is an absolute internal matter and one that should be raised and solved by Santaco. This is not an issue that they can intervene in, and this is not something that they want to intervene in because they say they want it to remain independent. We also spoke to Kusatu a little bit earlier, who actually called on government to intervene, saying this is having a massive impact on workers traveling in and out of the city. As of now, we're not sure what will happen the rest of the week, but definitely tonight when people try to get home, there will be a major held up for people making their way to home. Their travel times could be even longer than normal. So definitely this has had a massive impact on the city of Cape Town.